So, after last week's exciting double-episode reintroduction to Star Trek Discovery, what does this week have in store for us?
Well, we've got some basic diplomatic discussions, potential problems with the betrothal, crew evaluations, a long walk in a canyon. Hey, Captain Fennec here, and after this season's very exciting beginning, the writers have decided to put their foot off the gas. Now, before we go any further, McClock,
What?
we're heading into spoiler territory, McClock.
Oh, right you are. Spoiler alert! Shields up!
So, the treasure hunt continues, this time on Trill. We knew that already. The secret stanza leads you to Trill, whereas the incomplete poem points to Betazoid, where Maul and Lack have headed to.
So there's a bit of a rush, but not that much of a rush.
And it turns out the secret lies in a very old symbiote who carries the memories from a scientist who was alive 800 years ago.
Pretty lucky the symbiote was still alive, eh?
That ain't the half of it. It's on the verge of death, actually. The timing couldn't have been more precise.
How lucky is that, eh?
Fortuitous timing, as designed by a few clicks on a writer's keyboard. So they perform the rite of Shantara, which we first saw in DS9, to transfer the memories and personality of Jinaal, the original host, to Dr. Culber, and then we go off on a little walkabout to find a clue.
A clue that's been hidden for 800 years on a highly populated, technologically advanced planet.
Yeah, but there's this canyon, you see, that's home to some very aggressive, giant cloaking fireflies, so no one goes there, so it's safe.
Convenient.
Fortuitous serendipity, thanks to a few clicks on a writer's keyboard. Meanwhile, Saru's got a bit of diplomacy to do. There's potential political concerns with his betrothal to the Vulcan president. Adira and Gray meet up again and split up. Grumpy Raynor does a crew evaluation. McClock?
Where? Sorry, is it me or is this just so boring?
It does feel like there's a heck of a lot of padding in this episode, and even the main purpose of the plot of finding the next clue feels like it's as artificial as you can get. I mean, you have to answer a riddle to gain audience with the symbiont. Then, the person they're looking for is dying of old age, having waited so long to share their knowledge with the right person. Then, Jinaal is not forthcoming about the dangers Michael and Book will face. But it's all a test, see?
Sounds like a pretty basic and obvious D&D fantasy campaign, if you ask me.
It does. On the plus side, Michael does point out the ridiculousness of the situation. If the tech is so dangerous in the wrong hands, why didn't the 6 scientists who went to look for it and found it not destroy it?
Because they hid it, waiting for a time of peace when it could be used for good.
And when would that be? Even 800 years later, the galaxy's still a pretty volatile place.
Correct, but somehow, it's okay now for Jinaal to reveal his clue. Why create all these elaborate clues anyway? Why not just give the location?
That would save a lot of time for sure.
Because those who seek the secret must be worthy, and the path laid out by the clues will make sure of that.
It's not what I'd call a very original nor promising premise, I'd have to say. Oh, and Stam is trying to decipher some old Romulan entries, and apparently the half-life of the progenitor's tech is a clue for him to understand it.
How? How does that even work?
Because science.
That's not how science works.
Well, it turns out if Stamets reads it right, the progenitor tech could create new life, speed up evolution.
We knew that already.
And may even bring someone back from the dead.
Funny they didn't use it on the one scientist who died when the original 6 found the technology.
20 credits, this will become a crucial aspect of the story later on.
I'm not taking that bet. Way too obvious. I have to admit, this episode felt boring and tedious. The only saving grace was the very Star Trekian message that all creatures are deserving of understanding and respect, even those who appear to look and act like stereotypical monsters.
Until you understand their reasoning.
Yeah, that was the highlight of a pretty dull episode.
In addition, Wilson Cruz gets to have fun playing a different character, which I enjoyed watching. And former captain, now Commander Raynor, is learning not to be so grumpy if he's to get along with others.
They neutered him pretty fast.
Hopefully it won't stick. There's also a hint at the momentous consequence of actually seeking out progenitor tech, which is affecting the crew's morale. After all, these are the creators of all humanoid species in the galaxy. It would be like actually finding your gods.
Yep, and then we end with Maul in the Trail Caves, somehow, placing some kind of tracking device on Adira.
Well, how did she get there? How did she know to go to Trail, to get to that exact spot at that exact time?
That must be due to some fortuitous research on her part, thanks to a few clicks on a writer's keyboard. I'm afraid that whatever good was in this episode, it was outweighed by a lot of slow, boring, and unoriginal writing.
That's disappointing.
Guess reducing the number of episodes to 10 was still too much for the story they wanted to tell, so some stretching is taking place.
Here's hoping this won't be like Picard Season 2.
Whoa, don't remind me. Let's hope indeed things will improve from now on. Until then, I'm awarding Jinaal 1 paw. But tell me, what did you think of this episode? Share your thoughts in the comments. Live long, and may the Force be with you.